It's Neil from Magpie Brewing, saying hello from a pretty damp dull old day here in Taree of New South Wales. So I haven't been around for a while, haven't done a video for a while, but now we're going to get stuck into them a bit. And to assist me in my videos, I've got a new product. I was going to do an unboxing, but I've opened the box and I've charged the unit up, because today we're going to have a look at the Hydrom. Hydrom is an electronic hydrometer, German. It's a German made hydrometer, and it is very similar in format to an ice spindle. Only looking at it, which I have had a sneak peek, very well made and engineered, probably typical of German engineering. So everything's on a single board, all the chips are on a single board, rechargeable battery. It took me three and a quarter, 3.5 hours to fully charge the battery, which isn't too bad. So when you're charging the battery, there is LEDs here, and these LEDs will be red, so you'll get a red LED when the battery is charging, and it'll turn solid green when the battery is fully charged, which is similar to most others. Now the basics of this unit, and I think what's going to make it stand out from the ice spindle, which is a homemade unit for hobbyists, and I've made one myself. Bit of fun, bit of soldering, but it's built on the ESP32 Wi-Fi chip, Bluetooth. So it's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, has both. Very heavy, quite heavy. I'll get it up closer and see the weights. They're very black. There's a double rail weights there on the opposite side of the battery, so it's quite heavy, the unit. In fact, I've got some numbers here. I may as well go through the numbers. So I use a Tilt Pro. I also have an ice spindle, which I haven't ran or tested yet. I'll do a three-way comparison when we get a bit better of a look at the Hydrom, and we get a bit used to how it works and what it does and everything else. So the Hydrom is available in Australia from Keg King Australia. I think it's been a fairly long drawn out process for Keg King. I spoke to Will, it would have been 12 months ago, about this unit, and he was very, very excited that he was going to be the distributor, or Keg King were going to be the distributors for this unit in Australia. So then some negotiations would have taken place, I would imagine, and I'll put my disclaimer in. I purchased the unit, I waited, probably got one of the first ones sold, I will admit, but I waited for the unit, I purchased it, and it was sent out to me. So I'm very keen to try it. It's a very clean looking unit, the Hydrom, very neat, single board, yeah, nice. Screw top, same as the ice spindle. Switch, USB-C port, and there's the reset or on and off switch I've got to work out at the moment, which it is. I have set this up, I will admit I have set it up to have a look at it, but the setup was very, very easy, and we'll go through that too. So I'll get on my computer and we'll log it in and we'll have a bit of a look at it, and then we'll come back and we'll sort some other stuff out with it. So bear with me, I'll log in and we'll get it going. I'm going to turn the unit on. Then when I press the reset button, you'll see a red light come up. Now that red light is just the Hydrom setting up its own network, a Wi-Fi network. When it goes green, which it just has, that means that if we go into our Wi-Fi settings on our computer, we should be able to see a Hydrom, and there we have it. We've got Hydrom, or I have Hydrom 775992. So I'll click on that and connect. Tells me I'm connected. So then if I go to 192.168.2.1, you can see that I'm holding it and what the temperature is there. So when it first opens up, when you first do it, so now we have successfully entered configuration mode. So if we go into configuration mode, we can go into services. Let's have a look at services. So my deep sleep, I've already set the deep sleep up now for 45 minutes. It takes the Hydrom a little while to wake itself up. So if you've got it set for 15-minute readings, you need to set it up at 14 minutes and I think it's about 40 seconds. I'm going to do hourly readings. So I'm going to set it up at 59 minutes. I'll go 58. Then I go down here and click save. And you can see now that I'm saved in at 58 minutes. I'll probably refine that. I'll have a look in the data in the thing. But here's everything that you can cloud or log into. So you've got Bluetooth, Brew Blocks, Brewfather, Craft Beer PI, Grainfather, HTTP, InfluxDB, MQTT, Prometheus, T-Control, TCP, Unidots, and you can send a test message once you've logged it up. So we just save that. It's saved. All right. The other area now, you will get a configuration for calibration, and you get plain water, calibration, which I think is a 7-point, or customized formula, maybe a 7-point calibration, similar to what you can do with the iSpindle. Now I done a 7-point calibration with my Tilt Pro. Oh gee, it made a difference. It made a huge difference in the accuracy of it. So we could do one with this too, I'm not real sure. So that's your calibration mode. There's your update, so that's your firmware update. It tells you that you can go in, the current firmware version is 1.3.1. And it tells us that, see, I haven't downloaded one on the computer, so that's fine. And you can put it into a deep sleep. So now that we're all set up, if we just press this button here, Hydrom, it gives us what our current gravity is. Now what we can do, remember back here on our Wi-Fi settings, we were given these, the Hydrom 001 with a capital H, or the 192.168.1.51. If I drop this in some water now, I've got some brew water ready there for tomorrow. So to get out of configuration mode, what you do, you drop out of that and you go and you hook up to your Wi-Fi client mode. So now I'm hooked up in Wi-Fi. If I press either of these, I'll go Hydrom 001, and there we go. So that brings up your specific gravity and the temperature of 29.75, which initially I found to be a few degrees out. I don't monitor temperature when I'm brewing. So that doesn't mean you can't adjust your settings. You can still adjust settings while you're on this page, but this is your readings page. So while we're on the computer, let's go to the Hydrom homepage, because there's some good stuff here to look at. So it's hydrom.io. So you can have an account. That's if you buy it from the developer. The developer had a lot to do with the initial ice spindles, I believe. €89.99. There's your features and specifications to have a look at. But what we're interested in is these areas here, see? So it explains a bit. It's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Can be used as a standalone access point, which we went into just then with our Hydrom 001. No cloud constraints, so the beauty of that is it will read. You can do your own spreadsheet in Excel if you like, but if the cloud goes down, a server goes down, internet goes down, don't worry about it, because you are still going to get a reading and you're going to be able to put that into an Excel spreadsheet, which I'm going to have a crack at. But you can also hook up to multiple cloud services, so you've got many cloud services you can be connected with. The main ones, well, for me, will Brewer's Friend, which is the software I generally use, Brewfather, and I might set it up in Unidots just to have a look at it. It has a calibration wizard in it, which is what we had a look at before, and I'm pretty sure you can do a 7-point calibration. You can update over the web, so the firmware will be available on the web, and it can be installed apparently from the web front end. We'll look more into that. And it's got low power consumption, claimed as, and I believe it would have. I think this is a pretty well made product. But what we're interested in here, if we click on Introduction, here is your electronic manual. It's got everything you need to know about the Hydrom. It's got the calibration, the firmware updates, the factory reset, the methods that can be used, and here you have your contact services. So there is a couple more. If you go down to the left hand side and say you want to connect to Brewer's Friend, which I'm going to do, you use the iSpindle integration. So you use the iSpindle integration with your token. Looks pretty simple. You just got your log at brewersfriend.com, port 80, and the spindle that you're given, and a token. So we're going to have a go at that in a later video. But for the time being, that's it for a look at the computer screen. First impressions, build quality, instructions between the supplied paperwork, ease of setup. It was easy to set up. It was a good wizard to set up. Build quality is phenomenal. It really is. It's really solid. I haven't tried to take it out of the pelt because I haven't had to, and I probably won't have to unless something happens with the battery. So it can stay in there. It's very well balanced, calibrated in water easily. And so further videos, and they'll follow fairly quick after this, in my further videos we're going to have a crack at integrating with Brewer's Friend. Will be the first one I'll do, as that's a program I use. Then we'll have a crack at Brewfather and Unidots, which I've never used Unidots, but because I've built a spindle, only because I'm a fiddler and a bit of a geek, bit of soldering prowess, the spindle likes Unidots, but I can also put that into Brewer's Friend. And then ultimately I've got a brew going on tomorrow which I'm going to cube, and then in a couple of days it'll be going in the fermenter. So hopefully I don't know about the ice spindle, whether I'll have it ready or not. I'd like to. Definitely I'll have the Hydrom ready and the Tilt Pro. So we'll do a bit of a comparison. So guys, this product is available at Keg King Australia, very reasonably priced on the website, which I'll drop a link to down below. Gee, I'm learning, hey? This doing videos, I mean, I don't know, I thought brewing beer as a home brewer was you never ever stop learning. Well, let me tell you, you don't stop learning in this editing videos and making videos. I'll drive you to drink. Which is a good thing. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be driven to drink when you brew so much. Impressive looking product, guys. Get into Keg King. Get on the website at Keg King. Have a look at it. And it's a very good alternative to tilts and others that are a fair bit dearer. I'm not sure of the price right now on the website, and prices are going up with shipping and that all the time, so therefore I won't give a price, but I can tell you it's very reasonable, the price against the opposition, and especially against the tilt. Okay, we'll come back shortly and I'll do another, as I say, I intend to do 3 videos, probably 4 videos, one a comparison, but the other videos will be integrating the Hydrom from Germany with a few popular programs. Until then, Neil from Magpie Brewing bidding you farewell and cheers.